Wood, Adam Nutter.
By the renewing of your mind.
The recycling. It's a flesh body world. Human. Sir slimy reptilian.
Hey, what's going on? Another day in the cult. How you doing? Comedian Neil Wood here in Philadelphia. Good to see you. We got some great guests for you coming up. One of them couldn't even make it. That's how great he was. He was so great he couldn't show up for it. So it's going to be a great podcast. I'm excited about it. Let's get in the co-host of the old Cult of Us, Adam Nutter. Hey, buddy, how you feeling?
Hey, how are you doing?
I'm doing. Hello. Good to see you. I'm doing well. Thank you for being here.
Handshake.
I appreciate your time. Handshake.
Very proper. And yeah. Tyler, the most adamant about showing up today. 3 days ago, not here.
Tyler the Flake Rothrock. Yeah. It's wonderful. But no, let's get our guest in here. Fuck Tyler. Let's just do it. Kris Fried. There we go. From Zach Hammond, everybody. Boom, look at that. We got him in there. You got to check it. Sorry, that was done with such alacrity. It was amazing.
I don't know what that word means, so I can't be offended by it. So, you know.
Yeah, I love that. Again, Adam doesn't know what the word means, so it means it's offensive because you are. Okay.
Yeah.
I like that Adam's background, it fits the best for like a movie, these new horror movies where like it just shows the computer screen and in the background like a ghost will like peer in the door.
Yeah. What was that? Every time
they just walk behind you in the back. If anyone's getting killed in this podcast, it's you for sure.
What happens sometimes is like usually if I'm home alone right now and I leave the door like slightly cracked open, but my dog is in the bedroom right now and he'll get bored or like lonely or like doesn't know where I am, and all of a sudden sometimes you see the door just slowly open wide and there's like a little Jack Russell just standing in the door frame. Like I like to say sometimes he kicks my door on like a black father checking on like his son, just like what's going on in here. All right, and like slowly walks out. Like that's my dog does that to me.
It was most professional is definitely Neil, though. I gotta say,
yeah, obviously, of course.
Looks like a nicely planned artistic background there.
Adam and I have built a mecca, and we've done it here. Adam doesn't need. He's so big at this point. He doesn't even need to come here.
That's right.
So that's how much money he has, and I live here. So that's how little money I have.
When he says he lives there, he means in the studio. He physically lives in the studio.
Physically live in the studio.
And mine is most likely to be my parents' house, which is what I'm in right now. So
goddamn, we are crushing it.
I like how we could have all just lied and we didn't.
Zach, how's your terrible home? Where are you?
It's my office, actually.
Okay.
Oh, whoa, we have an office. Oh, I'm Zach. I have a tie in an office. Look at me. Oh, king of the castle.
Wow, I can tell by the light switch. That's so professional. I don't know.
Incredibly professional.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Clap on over here.
Should have done the thing. Check out Kris Fried, of course, working on a nice little segment. There you got Patreon, dude. Check that out. I've been waiting. Is that drop like when? What's the timeline on that bitch? Like, what do you got going on?
Well, the pilot was last. I think I started the Patreon in October, and then so it's patreon.com/Kris Fried, Kris with a K, Fried spelled like fried, and then I put the second episode was January, like the full, like it's like a full 25-minute episode. And in between there, I put out like little podcast things and stand-up clips and other previous sketch stuff and appearances on Gutfeld and stupid shit that people don't care about. But it makes me look like I'm putting content out in the meantime. Yes. But episode 3 will be next month. So.
I'm sorry, you look good for given that you're putting the whole thing. You're like, I'm dying slowly. You look solid for the fucking amount of shit you got to do. That's insane. Good work.
It's a lot of just waiting for the videos to load and me, not knowing how to do technology most of the time. So
perfect, wonderful. And then Zach, what do you got going on, buddy? We only got to work together once, I think, at this show, which was a great show.
It was fun.
That was so much fucking fun.
Yeah, Emmaus there. It was a good time. Go check out all the shit they got going on there. It was decent shit.
Yeah, Paul Spratt runs that. I think it's monthly stand-up show there, and then some other ones.
Yeah.
I didn't want to mention Tyler because fuck him.
How dare you?
Yeah, Zach, what you got coming up?
Yeah.
You can just find most of the shit on my website at zachhammond.net, and it's spelled both ways, ZACK and ZACH, because I bought both domains.
That's smart, dude. That's smart.
Wow.
And in the next couple of months, I'll have a comedy special coming out on like Tubi or something like that.
Oh yeah.
You can just throw shit on TV?
No, production company came
I didn't know.
out and
That's what I was asking.
filmed it, and they're selling it. So
That's it.
Yeah, you're thinking of YouTube. I think.
yeah, YouTube.
No,
can
Amazon
throw
can do
anything
that,
on
technically.
YouTube.
You could
Well,
just
Adam-
like release shit on Amazon apparently, and like they don't care. You just
No,
put out
they
whatever
don't.
you want.
Yeah.
Like sure, throw it on the platform. Fucking whatever. We don't give a fuck.
No, if
Yeah,
you're a
that's
government
how-
official, you can kill yourself on YouTube, and they have to keep it there because it's a historical document.
Nice.
We're gonna get an update soon that's what Tyler was doing.
Setting it up.
Like, oh, Tyler's account posted a new YouTube video. That's great.
Just him hanging himself from the fucking
Yeah. And Naomi in the background not caring.
yeah, just like die quicker. Why aren't you dying yet?
She's hanging from his legs. No, I'd be like, yo, did you check out that last clip that Rothrock dropped? Yo, that one was.
Yo.
Gotta say, the captions could have been better, but pretty
Still his best
fucking
work
good.
that anybody's ever seen.
That's some of his
yeah.
best work. Yeah. The gurgles, fucking chef's kiss.
He technically killed, so that's
Yeah.
boom.
Damn.
Got a round standing applause from Naomi, his girlfriend.
I like how also Adam when Zach said anything, he's like, "Oh, well, Zach, you're not good, so you can just get stuff up on Tubi. You just throw it up there."
Not how it all meant it, but
It
for the
just
bit,
sounded
sure.
so dismissive. It sounded dismissive.
And
He's
you
like,
see
"Yeah,
how
you
I
can just throw."
fucking
He's like,
ran
"No."
with it because I'm used to people.
To be fair, I just learned Tubi was a thing from the Super Bowl commercials, so I didn't know what it was. So I assumed it was like a kind of like another Amazon type of thing. Where you just be like, whatever, like you just do shit. I had no idea what the fuck it was.
Yeah, it couldn't possibly be something you might get paid for.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
not at all.
I don't know. I had no idea. That's why
That's not,
I don't
that's
know.
not what this job is about.
Yeah, it's
Their
a
mascot was a giant
non-profit.
rabbit. I didn't have too much faith in Tubi. I was like, so
Yeah,
I didn't know. Sorry.
I
My
had
apologies.
a thing the other day about how I wish I could register my stand-up career as a non-for-profit. It would just be
Yeah.
just because technically, but you just have to like get a religious angle or something and say that
Yeah.
you're a church.
Here at
You
the
know.
Kris Fried Foundation,
Yeah.
we find laughter to be the most important thing. We don't do it for money.
Yeah.
We do it for the love of the game.
I bet if you lived in California, you might be able to get away with it.
Probably.
Oh, yeah, for
Probably.
sure.
Yeah. I don't think they have any semblance of sense in
Yeah.
any of there anymore. So you can just do
Especially-
whatever you want.
If you had some type of like, angle with it too, like a Hannah Gatsby or something, you just like, oh, this isn't comedy, it's therapy of, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, it wasn't that a great all these like specials that came out recently that just bombed. They're like, what wasn't really comedy? And you're like, well, it was labeled as it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stay with it was, and he just didn't like the way it turned out. Oh, I also just learned that Brendan Schaub bought 400,000 views for his special.
Good for him.
I'm glad that he has enough money to do that.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah.
invest,
Yeah, which how
You're
much
successful enough to make yourself look successful. That's
Yeah.
impressive.
cost? Like the
Yeah.
cost. Also, what is that doing for you? Like, what does that do? Like, so you buy 400,000. You buy 400,000 views, and then what? You're like, I got 1 million now, and people are like, it's like, but did you?
Yeah.
It's like people
I'm
aren't
just
even going to
gonna-
see you.
How did you find out about that?
Oh, so this guy who used to work for him,
Okay.
they had a big falling out.
Right.
And he just came out and is like, "You want to Reddit?" He's like, "I'm giving a fucking tell all," and he has receipts to back up a lot of stuff. Not that, but he said that he conservatively spent money to buy about 400,000 views. He was like his right hand man. Like so he he controlled his social media. He controlled like everything. This guy, and then he just treated him like
wasn't
shit. And his
that-
fucking yeah.
It wasn't that Schwab had so much fucking CTE that he openly outed himself. It's
No.
that he pissed somebody off.
Yeah.
And they were just like, oh, yeah, everything that you think about this guy is fake. Is fucking true.
Yeah, dude, I have such a newfound hatred on Brendan Schaub recently because I'm part of the subreddit.
Okay.
And the subreddit has over 100,000 people. A college football stadium worth of people
Right.
dedicated to hating Brendan Schaub. That's not a joke. Everyone on that subreddit is dedicated. Dude, the way they talk is unique because they call them Schwabisms.
Yeah.
So they spell things the way he speaks. It's a cult, dude. It's
Yeah.
a fucking cult of hating this guy. It is incredible.
Oh,
And-
it's like our podcast. Cool.
And again, while that is fantastic, more people hate him than like any of us collectively.
100%.
I will
100% agree with you. Yeah. No, I want to die a little bit inside every time I go on it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
important to remember that he's hated. That means at least 100,000 people also like him, if not more.
Here's why I don't think that's true.
Okay.
Because he's so hated and it's so well known now. Like
Yeah.
and also like let's be honest, he's possibly the worst stand-up in America, and he only started doing that because of Rogan and Callen, right? So
Right.
like. No one's going to see his shows. He has to give out free tickets to all of his shows because no one's buying tickets. Like, I'm so down this rabbit hole, guys. Like, I can talk about this for hours. Like, for hours, we can waste podcasts on this.
This is your QAnon right
This
now.
is my. But this is real though. But this is real. This is the different. This is real, and I could, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm getting hard talking about this right now. I hate him so much
that you've dedicated your life to making him more famous.
Yeah, no, not really, because he doesn't do
in
anything
a negative
anymore.
way. Yeah,
Because this is what I'm saying. Like, this summer has done such a good job of exposing him, and not just like a bunch of no ones like me. Other like more well-known people are like openly just roasting him on podcasts now. Like, it's so bad. It's really bad. It's really to the point of like he's finally getting like yeah, man.
To be
This is
a
what
famous open micer, dude. Leave him alone.
Really
I'm
is.
on his side. You know what I mean? He's a guy who was famous and then he became an open micer, and he's like, well, yeah, I do my open mics on Amazon and I do my open mics on Netflix.
That's kind of a funny.
Let him do it, Adam. I don't know why you have such a problem.
A funny idea of like a guy who, instead of like drop-ins at like Comedy Cellar, it's like, do you think he's gonna drop in at our open mic today? Like, he's like the most famous. Like, I hope he's at my mic.
Yeah, dude, and this is like when you hear him talk on podcasts, that's what makes me mad the most. More than anything else is him and his like pathological lying and his ego. He's like, when I first started out, man, he's like, why would I do open mics? That's what he said, by the way. Why would I do open mics? He's like, I came from like the UFC. It's like the best top of the stage. He's like, why would I do open mics so I could just go to like the Improv or the Comedy Store and like do like the best of the best? I'm like, oh, because you're bad.
Yeah.
Because you're bad. That's why. It's like.
Wasn't there a rapper
it's
like down in Georgia that was doing like the same thing
T.I.
that he wanted to? Yeah,
T.I.
thank you.
Yeah, took it on
and
it.
people fucking hate him for it too because he would like he was doing open mics and then he would like bump people on shows.
He was getting actively booed off stage though. Was the difference?
But there's still people that like him. The only reason
Yes.
that we know about it is because there's enough people that like him that are giving him the attention.
Oh, that's for sure true. Yeah.
That's
No, you're
like
not wrong.
like a Jeremy Piven type thing.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I get it. You're famous, so you can go do stuff, but don't do it in a way where you present yourself like you think you're so great.
Yeah.
Like Piven would just be like, I know I'm not really good yet, but please let me try this.
Steve-O too, for not
He
for
got
nothing.
better. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
but logistically,
Yeah, but Steve-O found the niche of having himself tortured on stage too.
True.
Yes. Yeah,
I'm not going
totally.
to tell jokes. I'm just going to get tasered in front of everybody. And be like,
Yeah.
cool. I'm not doing that. More power to you. Mike.
It's a good bit.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to fall back on.
Yeah, it's like, dude, he did the butt guzzle, then did the taser,
Yeah.
then he did a callback to the butt guzzle.
He ended on Buck Guzzle
And you're
again.
like,
It's crazy.
I can't even believe it. You know,
Yeah, this 15-minute bit I wrote and spent really, really many hours on isn't working. Does anyone have a stapler
Yeah.
that wants to just stab me for 10 minutes? Thank you.
Yeah. And
You
like
can always go lower. Never forget that.
Yeah.
And like I understand like stand-up is what it is. It's like everybody could do it apparently. But again, like those guys just mentioned don't bother me as much. It's just the ego and the fucking attitude and the bad, and he's so bad. And he had 2 specials. The one that he bought the views
Well, you
for,
don't
and
need
like
to be
still
Right.
drive me crazy.
You don't need to be good.
How much does that cost now? Because I remember like 10 years before I even knew what that was, some guy, like, I thought he was just like trying to say he's this awesome marketing whatever. And he came up and he was like, yo, I bet I could get you $10,000 or 10,000 followers for $5. And I was like, whatever. I was like, okay, how does go ahead? I don't know. And then, it turned into that's what that was. But it was like $5 for like a whole bunch of. But so now you're saying it's way more expensive, I guess, for like real followers.
Yeah.
He's not buying real followers. I mean, you can't buy real followers unless you're constantly paying somebody a salary to care about you.
To go bug people. And,
right. Like, no, they're just straight fake views. And it's just like, look, I got 1 million views. And you're like.
I wonder, so how much do you think that 1 million would cost these days? I'm like looking into it.
Well, just like hypothetically, if we could crowdsource this, like how much would it cost?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm just wondering what the investment was for him.
I would assume like a few thousand at least, right?
Oh, wow. Okay.
I mean, I have no idea what 400,000 views equals. I mean, also like it's like a farm in India somewhere where you just have a bunch of people clicking like the link over and over again.
It's all just bots, I imagine. So like Chris bought. I mean, well, whatever, that guy you didn't know then, but whatever. Yeah. Now we know. Like, they're just bots. So they just have a fucking, just a streamlined automation of just like, there's dummy accounts, and then they just automatically go to your page and follow.
And then I felt really stupid because I was like, well, I don't want these fucking. How do I get rid of them? I don't want people to be like, who are all these? So eventually, like, they just disappeared, and I was like, thank fucking God. But.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah. And I don't. The views, I imagine, some ways probably the same thing. You just, there's ways to automate just going onto a page and clicking viewed or staying on a page, and it just tracks it from the page. So they just do that. But I mean, I wanted to say, logistically, if you were famous and then you wanted to do, and even more for T.I., I think this is the part, because T.I. going to an open mic in Atlanta would logistically be a nightmare for him. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
People would be like, yo, like,
is
there'd
that
be
fucking
lines.
T.I.?
Like, he would just be trying to do dick jokes and then like, bomb or whatever. But like, he'd be swarmed and get autographs. So I would imagine he was, like, I don't feel for these guys or whatever. I just go like, I guess you would have to be like, hey, club, I do go to a club and be like, whatever your open mic night is, I'm coming in. Can I just get on stage, do my, my open mic bullshit and get off? Thank you very much, and then bye. Like, I can't show up to a bar open mic. You know what I mean? Like,
fair point. Yeah.
Some poor bar in Philly gets completely shut down on Tuesday night because T.I.'s there.
Yeah, that'd be a fucking nightmare for them. So, I mean, I guess there's some kind of thing there. Brendan, on the other hand, like, I don't know I can't even put a face to him. It's not until I remember seeing a thing of him, and then Adam goes like, yeah, that's him. I go like, oh, right, I don't follow that guy. I don't know. But I feel like he could blend in a little bit more. Probably people know him, but, and people know him, MMA and all that kind of stuff. But, they'd be like, oh, that's an MMA guy. Okay. And then you fucking do your jokes, and then you go.
Oh, 100%. There's a major difference between him and T.I. Of course. Yeah, it's not even close.
Right, but I don't know. He don't want to do the work. Who wants to do the work? It's a nightmare. Look
at us, the four of us suckers.
Us idiots, dude. Oh, absolutely.
Having passion for something that'll fucking depress us. Yeah,
absolutely. I am so.
Yeah. No, I can't. It's all I keep thinking about. Like, they get to do that, and then I have to go to Colorado and then drive 4 hours to my show from the airport, like sad and alone, in some beater renter car, and these motherfuckers doing stadiums, open mic stadiums, and I'm like, great.
Addicted,
what am I doing here?
Just addicted to anxiety.
Yeah.
I need my shot of anxiety today.
That's all
weirdly enough, though, I like that shit. I've driven across the country so many fucking times and loved it. It's fun to me. Like,
I get bored.
I don't get bored. Like, to me, it's just fun being able to just travel that far. And again, we talked about it backstage. Yeah. Just the fact that there are people that are going to be somewhere to listen to you fucking talk. And no matter what amount of money you're being paid, I mean, you can later on justify it of whether or not it was, good or bad. But the fact that somebody's willing to give you money in Colorado to talk to fucking strangers who never heard your name before and are going to listen to you and you're going to make them laugh. Yeah. Like, that you can't fucking discredit that ever.
And, and there's also like
incredible.
Even though, they don't know really your situation or your still. If you're traveling and you show up somewhere and you do a thing as a professional, that they don't know that some people just live in their cars or whatever.
Right.
They think like, oh shit, this guy's doing what he wants to do in life, and so. Yeah,
I heard Charlie Day from fucking It's Always Sunny say something interesting about, like, because he was always an actor and acting and stuff, and he always thought, like, I think all of us do, like, oh, either you're Tom Cruise and you're famous, you're like, you can't live in acting. And then he grew up, or he went, what's that famous theater in Boston? What's like Willie B or so? It's like a famous like theater up there.
Wilbur?
No.
Is there a Wilbur theater?
No, yes, but that's not what I'm talking about. It's like a famous like playhouse where they do like a lot of plays. It's like one of those, but it's up in Boston, not New York.
Okay.
And He's like, yeah. He's like, when I first started out there, like I saw some like 60-year-old man who's been an actor his whole life and made a full living off of just doing shit like this.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah. He's like, you don't have to just be Tom Cruise to make a living acting. He's like, this. We all think that. I'm like, oh yeah, because that's what people talk to us. Like we said this backstage before. Zach.
Yeah.
Like you and I were talking about like people are like, oh, but you're not Mark Normand. I'm like, I understand that, but I can still make money doing comedy. Like I understand I'm not famous. Like
living doing this and not be famous. It fucking crushes you and makes you want to kill yourself. Like, fucking,
yeah, but you guys don't know that. That's on the inside. You guys don't know that through me.
But then I also do feel like, you know, my parents go to the Borgata all the time and they see like, you know, they'll see like the 70-year-old comics that they've been doing it forever and they just, you know, they do that circuit and that's great. But there is something about that where it's like, at some point I would want to stop and maybe be like, should I do this circuit again? Or should I maybe go and, I don't know, try something else but nothing against them. But at the same time, you know,
no, but
it's like once you're in that pattern, it's like, do you really want to do that for the next 40 years without a guarantee of any type of next step or, you know?
Right.
But
it's different for everybody though. Like in the
love of the game
that I've noticed is even the guys that have been doing it like for 40 years, that are usually like super depressed. That's also because they never change their fucking act.
No, that's true.
They do the same act for like 40 years and they hate themselves for it because they never had the courage to try something different. So I think if you're on a circuit and like, you know, every year you know where you're going to be, at the very least, if you're doing new shit, that will give you something, you know, a rise in your spirits. And if you're just doing the same thing over and over again, that's going to become tedious where you just go, oh, watch this, bap, 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 and they laugh, ha ha, all right, I'm going to go fucking slit my wrist now.
Because there is that
hasn't been what I wanted it to be.
There is that like element where sometimes I don't prepare as much as I should for a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that I want to work on whatever new things. And then I get there and I see it's like a decent turnout. So I'm like, okay, I guess I just have to do all that. I just want to do my good shit.
Yeah.
And then if you do that too many times in a row and you're like, shit, I didn't fucking develop the stuff I wanted to. So yeah, it
become
sucks.
complacent.
I did that Saturday. I forgot to do a new bit in the middle, and I was like, well, there goes that. That's gone forever now. Until next one. Yeah.
But I got the adrenaline of not bombing for the portion of that. So, you know, stick to it.
No, for sure.
Yeah, if your comedy career at a certain point is just like the my watch equivalent of like watching Seinfeld or Simpsons or something, it's just it's a bummer. You're too comfortable. You know, if you're too comfortable, it's never fun. I can usually tell. You can usually tell. I mean, there's a comic that we found, Friedman, something like that.
Kris Fried.
Oh yeah, I think I'm
he's right here. He's not
piece of shit.
Don't talk about it to his face though. You know, it's rude. We'll kick him out.
This older guy we
hasn't changed his stuff in 5 years.
Yeah, disgrace. He basically he steals memes and just does them on stage, and he leans into it. So he leans into his site. Actually says that he is the cover band of comedy.
So, you know, theft.
Which is called stealing. Which is called stealing is what it is. And he just does those jokes on stage. And for the layman, they don't know. I mean, he kind of owns
they couldn't
it.
Give a shit.
They could give two fucks. And I go like, yeah, if I see you out in public, I'm going to call you a fucking hack to your face.
Yeah. Or is he's just doing a Carlos Mencia impression, maybe.
Right. Yeah. Which, as an older white guy, is risky. But I like that. That's the edgy part.
I do think that would be funny if someone, because you know they have musicians tributes and all that shit. No one ever says like, well, tonight I will be performing the entire Bill Cosby, 1970, whatever.
But by the way, if someone did do that, that's fine. Because you're presenting it as like, this is somebody else. I'm just retelling it maybe because Bill Cosby can't really do this right now. So I'm going to do it for Bill Cosby, right?
I would go see Cosby.
I totally go see Cosby.
I would love to go
I totally go see Cosby. But like, I didn't get raped, you know? So it's like, that's not what it is. It's always people just going up there being like, this is my material as is, just, and presenting it as my own. And you're like, if we all fucking hate that shit, obviously. But yeah, like you guys said, regular person's like, oh, the fucking horse thing was funny. Like, that's a meme. That's a fucking meme. Like just yelling at the fucking stage.
Yeah,
like
but
I've seen that
also
meme.
those people don't get very far. They'll get to a certain level, but they're never gonna move past that. And trust me, they fucking hate themselves because of that.
Gimmick.
They'll see somebody, because they'll see somebody else who actually is really good and is really trying and is developing more, and they'll fucking hate themselves for it because they can't do that. They don't have the ability or the courage to do it. So, I mean, it's frustrating because you see it happening, and you're like, especially if you're at a mic or a show and you had a bad set and you see some fucking cunt go on stage and they read somebody else's material or they do a meme and you're just like, that's a fucking meme, and everybody's dying over it. Like, in that moment, it's going to suck because you know that they're not real. But in the long run, if you keep working harder,
and also
they're going to plateau and they'll fucking kill themselves, and you'll get to jerk off to that, and it'll be awesome.
And then I'll put that YouTube video out.
Yeah, exactly.
To the video. Well, no, I was going to say it's also that even though people are having a good time and laughing, they know that they can tell that if someone's doing shit that's kind of hacky and whatever, but they're still going to laugh at it. But when they go home and discuss it with people, they might say, well, that guy was doing like, dumb internet jokes, but whatever, it was funny.
That's true.
They know he's not going to be on the Tonight Show.
Right. And also like they won't follow him, but they'll probably more likely follow you.
Yeah. It's like they'll have a good time, but they don't like respect, I guess. Yeah. So it's good for your dopamine though, when you're on stage.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Cause I think of how uncool I come off in my stand-up. Like my stand-up is so like at the end, I'm just surprised. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure any woman who saw me on stage who thought I was attractive when I started is now like, you're funny, but oof, fucking gross, dude. And I'm like, yeah, I don't do myself any favors. That's why the fucking I was telling you about the chick that I realized, she walked up to me. There was a badass fucking
set the scene, chick. Set the scene.
Just doing it, the punchline. I had to go up and do like two bits that I kind of already knew. There was a tag or two that was new, but I wanted to do other new stuff, but it was, you only have a couple of minutes, and the room needed it. Some people before were just rougher, newer, it was a weird kind of thing. So I was like, all right, let me go in and just see if I could fucking get people going a little bit here. So let me do these things. There's some new tags I'll work out. But it was like just the nipple stuff and, big puffy nipple bullshit, or just me fucking around, which is great. I don't care. I'm just like, hey, there's no getting around this. I think it's funny. And then, ended with a joke. I had fun. People come up, and this woman came up like outside of the bar. She first came out, was looking for the restroom, and the guys I'm around, like I've never seen. I love it how weird guys were just a badass woman. Like they can't even. There's cleavage out. They don't know what the fuck to do. They just all got quiet really quick, and they she was like, yeah, I'm just wondering, can you guys show me where the bathroom is? Everyone's like, oh. I'm just like, yeah, just go around there. Just go around there. She comes back out, and she's going back.
She's like, go outside, pig. That's where you go.
Adam is married.
Even if I wasn't, I'm so. This is not to cut
say that to your wife. See what Steph does.
Never.
See what Steph does.
She'll fucking slit my throat. That's not what I'm talking about. No, now I'm a fucking little bitch. But I'm talking about like if I'm single again, which probably be soon. But if I'm single again, like
always around the corner.
Here's the thing. Like, dude, I'm 36. I've had a bunch of sex before. Women don't intimidate me, right? That's the thing. That's what it comes down to. I'm telling you, a bunch of dudes who don't get laid on the reg, who've never used to getting any pussy. They all fucking simp to random hot chicks. I fucking see it on the internet all the fucking time. I see it in life all the fucking time. I'm telling you, it's those guys who give these fucking women power. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Fucking bitch men. It's bitch men. When you have someone like Neil or myself come, or you guys are good looking guys, come along, and you're like, this doesn't impress me. Go over there, you fucking dummy. Like, go. I don't give a shit.
I can't wait till the next time I'm in.
Neil's a hero.
I can't wait till like when I'm talking to a girl and I go, whatever. I've had a bunch of sex.
Yeah.
Say it just like that too. Say a bunch of sex. Yeah, who cares? I've seen hot chicks before. Who gives a fuck?
I've had a bushel full of sex, like a bunch of, like a group of sex.
I ran through Staten Island back in my 20s, all right? Staten Island is no better because of me.
Luckily, not too many bushels. That freaks me out.
Not worse either.
But yeah, whatever. It was fine. They just didn't know what to, they're like, oh yeah, over there. And then, it was cute. And then she came back out, and before going to the showroom, she made a point of stopping and coming over to me. And the four guys immediately left. Like they were next to me 2 seconds, and then she walked up and they were like, that's our cue, guys. They just went into the distance, like, you're on your own. We don't know what to do with this. Or even, want to interact, I guess. And I was like, hi, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. She just came at it all wrong. I didn't like her tone. I didn't like her tone. I don't know where she gets off. Like, she walks up and
good.
she's just like, I thought you were very attractive when I first saw you on stage, but then you started talking about the nipple things, and I was like, yeah. Why is that is that a problem? Like, I don't like the way you're walking up to me. I don't like this.
No.
Why did you could have walked up and said anything else, and I would have maybe, I know that. I got that.
You
So
should have said, I don't like your face. That's what you should have said.
I was like, are you a fan? Oh, yeah. I said like something
Power
like
play. Like, that's all.
yeah, she was negging me.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Right.
I was like, okay, well, I know what you're doing, so I don't really give a fuck.
Throw whiskey in her face.
Right.
Man,
The worst.
No, you're fucking human being to each other. It's so not hard to do.
she came up to me like an act. Like, she came up to me like a thing. I was like,
Right.
well, I'm a human, so. But I'm like, okay, yeah, did that offend you, or like, did that, the nipple thing, it's a deal breaker? And she was like, yeah, it's just weird that you talked about it. I was like, well, what's your name? Hannah. Okay. And I just went like,
Dude,
this.
you
I was
should have
like,
given a
Hannah.
rock. You should have been like, what's your name? It doesn't matter what your name
Yeah,
is.
it's nice to
Yeah,
meet
but what's
you.
even gained by doing that? Just to go, by the way, you could have had me, but you said this. You're like, okay.
Right, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'm like, we're not on a date. Like, this isn't. You came to a
get
show.
that
You're a
shit.
stranger.
There was no implicit thing of me going to fuck you or anything like that. Then I shook her hand and I just went. It was a little too much. I kind of just, cause I
Yeah.
saw her head cock like after. I just went, okay, well, Like,
Yes.
I literally just dismissed her. I was like, I didn't even mean. I just
Dude,
went,
this is
go
right.
back.
The most I've ever been impressed with Neil in my life.
Go back.
I
It wasn't
told-
like I was a power move. I just was like, I'm done talking to you. You don't
No, but
seem
it
interesting.
is fascinating the double standard that there is, that you
Yeah.
couldn't go up to a woman after a show and go, you talked about your pussy, and it's kind of over.
yeah.
Right.
Only women have the ability and the power to just go up to a guy and go, oh yeah, you fucked up. This
Yeah.
is not happening.
Or,
Yeah.
or just
And
like,
90% of the time, it's just like, oh, what did I do when we come back here? What's
Zach, yo, you just brought up the craziest. I just saw a guy try to do that at a wedding recently. This is like a month ago or 2 months ago. Not even kidding. We were all in the wedding together. Okay,
Yeah.
we were drinking. Oh, I don't drink, but everyone was drinking, having a good time, drunk already. And like, so all the groomsmen and the bridesmaids were like in the back bar, like separated from
Right.
everybody. And one of the groomsmen, who is not like a hands, he's a fat oaf. All right.
Yeah.
He walks over to like two, and these bridesmaids weren't even, they were like two of the more prettier bridesmaids, I guess. And leans into them. He's like, just so you guys know.
Judgment.
Yeah, I'm being a cunt. He's like, just so you guys know. He's like, I would have fucked both of you tonight, but my wife is here. And I was like, what'd you just say?
they're like,
I was like, what?
they're like, hey,
There's so many disqualifying
wouldn't.
elements to that.
yeah,
The confidence. That was psychotic. And they were like,
yeah.
okay. Like, they didn't even know what to say to it. And I was like, dude, that was crazy.
It's like
That's
going,
crazy.
like, you're like, hey, I could have gotten with you, but you married that guy.
Yeah.
No, you didn't have a chance. It's
Yeah.
it's the bride.
Crazy. It was crazy.
At that point, just walk up to people and go, hey, I could have murdered you, but I didn't. And then just
Yeah.
fucking walk away. Like, if you're going to be creepy, be that
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
creepy.
well, do you think it's got something to do with the guy? Well, because he knows that once he says that, obviously the option is it's like a nuclear option. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? He's like, not only am I going to tell
Yeah.
these women, I think I was catching vibes from you. He probably wasn't.
Right.
But he needs to go like, I'm going to flex on you, and then of course you're going to hate me
Yeah.
immediately after, and then I'm going to say, see, you were two bitches anyway.
And
Right.
Or whatever.
also, you're right in like the nuclear option where there's a small piece of hope in that one of them will be like some kinky, weird, crazy, and she'll be like, "Yo, I'll blow you real quick. Let's go."
Yeah.
Yeah, or
He's
she's
like,
so
"Oh, okay."
right, or she's so like self. She's like, well, why? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Why am I not good enough to be fucked at a hotel, at a wedding room, a wedding closet room? It's like, yeah, maybe, but I doubt it.
People, that's fucking great.
Yeah, fucking wild, dude. Yeah, you want to do plugs real quick?
Yeah, we got to do plugs.
We gotta do plugs. Zach, buddy, where could everybody socials, your everything about you?
ZachHammond.net on and just Zach Hammond Comedian on Facebook, and it's all on the website too.
Nice.
Cool. Kris?
Oh, Kris.Fried is the Instagram. But Patreon.com/Kris Fried to follow the Collecting sitcom series. It's about a guy milking the unemployment system. And there will be 3 full episodes by next month.
Nice.
Yay.
Go follow me at Adam Nutter on Twitter, on Instagram, all that stuff. Go check out The Porcupine. I just released a great episode with Pete Quinones last night. We talked about the culture in America and how to change all that shit. Or not change it, I don't know. Maybe we're just going to die as a culture. I don't know. Or society and a country. We'll find out. So go check out The Porcupine, youtube.com/Adam Nutter. That's up there right now. And, of course, a bunch of shows coming up with March 3rd, the LPPA gig in Reading, Pennsylvania. Neil will be there. It's going to be a fun show. You can get tickets just to that. You don't have to go to the fucking LP convention in Pennsylvania. You can just get tickets. It's at the Doubletree, Doubletree Hilton in Reading. So lppa.org for that, and just down on the bottom of the page is the show. Just go to that and get tickets. And then March 15th, Punchline Philly. That's going to be fun. Coming out to that. March 12th, we get the Ashland Distillery show in Morrisville. Drop 10's running that, so Neil will be there as well. And then the end of the month, March 24th to 25th, with Robbie the Fire Bernstein, Steamboat Springs, Colorado. 2 shows on Friday and Saturday. Come on out to that. It is fun. And that is it for me.
Perfect. Check me out. IamNeilWood.com. Go there for all the dates and details and shows we got coming up. If you happen to be named Hannah and a badass Latina chick, just let you know, I could have fucked you, but I had to take a shit.
Yeah. Neil's too much of a Sigma for that, bro.
So, now you don't want to fuck? No, so check out IamNeilWood.com. Go there for all the stuff. Adam mentioned a couple of stuff go follow biggest little comedy.
Oh, right.
So go check out that Instagram. We're gonna be putting all the shows that Drop 10 produces onto a different Instagram, just to keep all the shows and all the events that we have coming up separate from the. Now, you'll still see stuff, and people that are follow Drop 10, it's all good. You'll see shows, but it's just going to be simplified down. It's getting a little hectic with all the stuff we got going on. So just go follow Biggest Little Comedy Show over on Instagram. Do that. This way you're up on all the events we have coming up. Grow that page. That's going to be cool. And we've got a lot of different stuff coming up. So Myers Brewing Company up and running. The next show coming up this Friday. I will be, Garrett Monaco's going to be running that. So go support Drop 10. But I'll be actually in Delaware at Shady Brook Inn, I think, in Delaware. That's Fenris's show. Fun comic from Delaware. Go check that out. Get your tickets now. Again, you can get all that at IamNeilWood.com. And then in March, we're back at Myers Friday the second Friday of each month and the fourth Friday of each month. Ashland Distillery will be at all the Sundays, so second Sunday and fourth Sunday of each month. And Wissahickon's going to be in April. And actually in March, I'm going to be going to my hometown. So hometown, Hamilton, New Jersey show at the White Horse Winery, March 10th. Get the tickets now. You get a complimentary glass of wine with it from them, and go do that. We got a fun lineup for you. It's going to be a good time. Check out everything for this podcast. It's going to be wonderful. You can check out everything and get some sweet merch over at dropten.com, dropten.com/store.
Yes.
Go get some Cult of Us merch, a hat, a shirt, different color hat, whatever you want to do. You know, it's all designed by us, and it helps us out a bunch.
I totally thought that was going to be the Tyler hanging himself video.
It's going to be a digital product we do release later.
It's going to be an NFT.
That's worth a Patreon as well.
Oh, absolutely. And speaking of Patreon, beautiful transition. You can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cult of Us. Get in there for $1 or $3. We got 2 different tiers for the present moment, if I believe. Yep. So $1 gets you in the door. You're going to get a bunch of extra audio and video content.
And the episode early.
Yeah, and the episode early as well. So you'll be getting that episode a little before everybody, audio and video if you want. So whatever you like. And, of course, you go to the $3 tier. I think, we're doing the gauntlet for for everybody at the $1 tier, correct? Yeah. So we do the gauntlet on there, which is a ton of fun. Watching some crazy fucking animal videos.
I got some good ones for the next one.
Yeah. We
got some good ones. Thank you, Reddit.
And doing some brutal would you rather. So we're gonna go through the gauntlet. Just go through the gauntlet and see if you can stand it just as much as we can.
We did 3. The third one's out right now. Patreon.com/cultofus. Go to it.
Go do it. And of course, the $3 tier. If you want to watch shit with us, we still need to watch. Which I know maybe these guys have seen. It's on the docket, but we're gonna schedule that. The Nicolas Cage movie where he's a vampire is one of my favorite. Adam is gonna love it. He's gonna lose his shit about how crazy that movie is. So if you want to go and watch it with us, hang out a little bit and check out some MMA fights as well.
Yeah, big UFC in like 2 weeks. John Jones makes his return at heavyweight to fight Cyril Gane for the title. Big fight.
I hope we don't have shows. Okay.
I think we do. I think we do. But you guys don't, so go watch it.
You can go watch.
He's gonna get caught with coke before the fight. Don't worry.
Yeah, but he's still that good. So just go watch John Jones.
Producer Evan will get you guys into that Discord, and you guys can hang out and just shoot in the chat. Shoot shit in the chat. So it'll be fun. Other than that, follow droptent.com and join the newsletter to get all the information.
Yep.
And,
again, youtube.com/cultofus, odyssey.com/@cultofus. Go follow us there. And all the good shit.
Boom. Nice.
Yeah.
Plugs.
Yeah.
Get back to it. Yeah.
By the way, I forgot to say this Friday, Saturday, Wisecrackers I'm featuring. So it's my first feature there.
That's cool.
Little late plug.
No, you're good. Actually, we're going to be in also Delaware, like the first week of Delaware for the Delaware LP convention, too.
Did I say Mohegan Sun? I forget. But yeah, that one. Mohegan Sun, Wisecrackers.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I want to get to this
place. Good spot.
Do I have to? What'd you have to do? Do you have to be good at comedy to do it?
Nope. Mostly, I'm doing.
I might have a shot.
Doing a half hour of memes. Actually, I'm not even gonna say them. I'm just gonna show them on
a slideshow of memes.
Doing the Gallagher bit of.
Hey guys, look at this. Right? It's pretty funny.
Did I come up with this? I did not. Someone else did, but it's good. Click.
That would be so fun. I just do like a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah, like every tag you try to do bombs. Like it's just the tag to the meme, and none of them work, but you getting laughs on the memes. That'd be amazing. God damn it.
That was a funny Fred Armisen update character where he was a guy. He would just present a news story, and then he would try to comment on it. But all his comments were, he would go, "I mean, look at this. It's like what." And then that was it. And then he would move on to the next one.
Doing the absolute least.
Forget his name, but it was a good one.
No. I would believe you, dude.
So I do have a fun video for us to watch. But Neil, you're probably gonna have to just block it out because it's a fight video, which is not even a big deal. But someone getting punched and YouTube might be all gay and be like, "This is restricted for 18 and over now." Yeah. But who wants to see a lady take a punch from a security guard like a champ? No. She eats it like Mike Tyson, bro. Damn, it's wild.
Does she deserve it? What is she doing in the?
We'll find out. We will find out.
Yeah, you can see where Adam's allegiance is. He's like, nah, man. I mean, I just put in, I love watching women get hit. So that's what popped up. I don't know what the situation is. I'm not even going to give context, to be honest with you.
This is one of my favorite subreddits, Crazy Fucking Videos. That's the name of the subreddit. It's called Crazy Fucking Videos. And this is where I get a lot of our stuff from. It's a good one. It's a good.
Okay. Well, now people don't need to watch this. They can just go to that subreddit and not come to us. So thanks. Good job, Adam.
That's not the only where I get it from. All right, where is it? Boom.
Keep a fucking tight lid on it, dude. What you need to do is shut your fucking mouth about where we get our content from. You fucking idiot. No, just waiting for him to bring up the video. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Right. Mama June, what's up, baby? How you doing, girl?
Is that the culprit behind her?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, so for the audio listeners, she's a big lady. Think of like she reminds me of Big Mama's house a little bit.
Okay.
So
colorful pants. We got blue and yellow pants on with a pink top. Boobies are
hanging, saggy, big boobies.
Wonderful.
It's like sherbet ice cream.
She does. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Bro, it triggered my memory of nostalgia immediately, bro. That's 100%. Was that what it looks like? Wow, what a fucking goddamn analogy, bro.
Let me get a Bart Simpson pop, and then And then I think, one of those old mommies right there. Yeah. Old mommies right there.
Can I get a Sonic with fucked up eyes in this old bitch?
Just her boobs are the gum. It's like all wonky and weird. Like they come
Each tit is just a different eye.
Here's the problem: is this guy immediately behind her is warming up his hands.
Yeah.
He physically has his hands up, like.
Yeah, like what is she doing that he's like, I gotta put an end to this shit right now?
Fucking breathing, I'm telling you. People like that. People just don't like it when fucking Sherbet comes to life.
I have to kill this for the greater good of humanity.
Yeah.
Is that
he just saw Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and now he thinks fucking this thing is coming to life.
Yeah, it's like a David Lynch creation, and then he's just like, I gotta end this thing. I think we gotta shoot it.
I know where this goes, guys. I know where this goes, right?
I'm wondering.
That might be Martin Lawrence in the bodysuit.
That's what I'm saying. It looks just like her. It's fucking crazy.
Oh god. Here's my guess though.
Yes.
I'm wondering, my only guess at this point, because of the positioning of the security guard behind her and the warming of the hands, is that I'm just wondering if this is a straight her to camera and then him coming from around the back. Does anyone want to place a bet on if this is a back punch or if she's going to turn and square up?
Now, I've seen this already. I don't want to throw my 2 cents in.
Oh, okay.
I don't
Chris,
know the
Zach.
quality of the video, but her face already looks like she's had a stroke. So maybe he's just trying to balance.
No, she does. Yeah, she looks like when the Kool-Aid Man frowns.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it looks like.
I'm gonna guess. I think his intention will be
to harm her. That would be my guess.
His intention would be without her turning, but I'm gonna predict that she turns a little bit for the hit.
Okay, and we seem to be in somewhere
because I think she's
a Walmart or some sort of place,
whatever that is. Maybe she's stealing it, and he's like, "I'm gonna put an end to this shit before it becomes an issue."
He's gonna have to get Employee of the Month.
Yeah, this seems like it stemmed from like just a straight confrontation, like a theft thing. Obviously, it's some sort of just shitty Walmart type store, that no one cares about, you know.
Because he is security, you know. Like in his head, maybe something's got to be happening where he's like, I don't know,
knock this bitch unconscious.
Maybe it could be his mom came to his work and and he's like, Mom, get the fuck out.
Like, I'm gonna make
you're embarrassing me,
baby.
Yeah.
All right, let's start this.
Pass off your phone unless you taping this for the news. On my mama, nigga. I got 6 kids, nigga, and they ain't gonna fucking take my kids.
Pause.
Look.
Pause.
Are you recording?
Immediate pause.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Okay.
See, he's even stepping. He's purposely wants a cheap shot right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's circling like a shark.
If you guys have ever seen the movie Annihilation, like he's mimicking her, like, he's like behind her and mimicking her, like okay.
He was directing the camera.
Let's see here.
Like those old cartoons where like they're trying to pretend they're like a mirror. And they're like matching the movements of the person.
Also, look, in today's world, don't know somebody's fucking recording you and have your hands down at your side. Like, keep your hands up because shit's always about to
immediately drop everything you're holding and just start covering.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he was just like, hey, like trying to get the camera's attention, like the security, like, hey, what, you got this? You got this? I'm gonna fuck this bitch's day up. Like, I'm gonna knock her head off.
And he doesn't have the mentality of it from his face, and just he seems to be doing the thing I usually do. Is like, ma'am, listen, could I just, like, behind her, like, could you just listen? We're just gonna get this off. You know what I mean? But we know what the way this is going, unfortunately. Yeah. So I'm thinking maybe that's not his intent. Okay.
See, I'm gonna say it was never his intent because he just looked at the camera like, you see him?
You see what I'm about to do?
If someone's filming me, you don't have the fight with the person filming you. That's a lost problem. Like, someone's filming you, just be like, fuck off. Like, you cannot fight with them. They're just going to keep backing up and filming, and then it becomes a video. Everyone needs to just let them film. Like, okay, whatever. Just fucking whatever. And
I agree.
Stop.
She also sounds and moves kind of like Beetlejuice from Howard Stern. If you like, yo!
Fair. Very fair assessment of this
She
lady.
has already said they're not going to come take my kids, which is, I gotta say.
Which means they've tried.
I'm on Big Mama House's side, I feel like. I think she deserves those kids. And,
Big Mama House.
Yeah, and why in this type of a store, Like, how did her kids get involved that aren't even? How do they know about like her life?
I thought Miss Pat shopped in better places. I didn't realize.
Yeah, she started giving out stats. Like, I got 6 kids. I make this much a year. This is where I live. It's like, okay, you're at a Walmart, lady.
Yeah,
doesn't do anything. Yeah, Sherbet. All right.
Got a problem with the justice system. Bitch, if you taping it, put it on YouTube. Let me get a whole bunch of likes. And I swear to God, you're gonna be rich.
You can't just punch her.
Like,
Why? Why the fuck? What is happening? Why did he just do that? That's crazy. And he ran.
Fucking took that shit. It didn't even affect her.
No, it sounded like a slap.
Dude.
Wow. Yeah, she was not.
Her glasses, but she just like took like one stagger. It was like, what's up?
She also kind of turned back like with a smile. Like she's about to laugh at him, I think.
She's like, no one's made me taste my own blood in years.
Yeah.
Also, now she looks like Mr. T. So maybe maybe that's a disguise, and he's tougher than we thought.
I pity the fool who doesn't like sherbet.
hold on, I'm gonna go back to it.
Why does he? I mean, that's such an escalation.
He even overleaned into the punch.
You're getting fired, dude. You're getting fired. They're like, hey, dude, listen, we know you're security, but not knockout security.
Yeah. So here's the thing: you're not RoboCop. So let's calm the fuck down.
Yeah, I mean,
how bad does he feel that like his shit had zero effect?
Zero effect, bro.
The boys are laughing at him when he gets home. They're gonna be like
dude, he should get
this
fired just because he
please
won't
delete that video, not because I hit her, but because I didn't knock her out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
like,
he ran.
It shouldn't be like, oh, you're bad at your job. It's like we literally saw that you can't do your job. We have to fire you.
I know what you think. You think it's because you hit a chick. No.
I mean, there's two things here. One, we gotta stop hiring security based off of like, hey, I'm 162 pounds, and like you're not security, dude. Also because you can't like you need a big guy who's just not gonna hit her, but just be like, hey, ma'am, I'm just kind of scoot her up, hold the hands, and like, man, I'm taking you outside. Like you get these guys, they're so little. You're fucking security like an Eckerd's. They don't have those anymore.
Bro, hey,
it's 1998.
The old A&W call. My root beer's late.
Every security interview should be them using that machine that what's his fucking name?
Using this video.
The fucking UFC heavyweight champ, who the Francis Ngannou.
Oh, Ngannou,
hit the fucking machine that Ngannou hits. And if you can at least match half of his strike power, then you can be a security guard. Like you can't even like level up. Like, no, you're not going to be able to knock anybody out. You can't work for fucking CVS. What are you, crazy?
By the way, I would like to call attention to that. I was correct with she was going to turn into that shit.
Yeah. Yes.
He was thinking cheap shot, and then she turned into it, and he was like,
I mean, it's still a cheap shot for sure.
Yeah.
But she just stumbled. Dude, she barely even stumbled.
Her head was
and
back
again, she even laughed. I feel like she's about to go laugh at him.
Yes. Now, how does she start tuning him up? Not again. Why does he run like a little bitch?
Because he's like, I couldn't knock her out. She might fuck me up.
Does the video go any further after
Yeah. We have like 30 more seconds. Yeah.
Is she gonna beat his ass holding
Look at his
coat?
He's cowering.
Wow. Yo, she.
Okay, I think I was right. That is a fucking CVS.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I went Eckerd's because I'm old, but that's fine. But yeah, I knew it. I was like, this is gonna CVS. This is a Walgreens.
He thought he was gonna get the biggest fucking round, and he's just embarrassed. Right
also, I want to point something out. Watch this kid right there. He does this shit.
Yeah, it's like
Stage 1 of I don't know how to fight.
Know how to fight.
When I see that, I go, I'll kick this kid through 30 walls. Like, there's no way. He just sucker punched this broad and was just like, that's all I knew how to do. That's it. That's all I got.
No, I was gonna say that's just rule 1 of like, you're not. Do you know what your job is? It's not to challenge everyone to fisticuffs.
No,
you're supposed to fucking guide people out of a.
Yeah.
No, but here's the other thing. I've been to a lot of CVSs. Where the fuck is this CVS located that they need security?
Chicago. I have no idea. I have no fucking idea.
That's the bigger question. Like,
It's
it's fucked up that he.
It's in a major city. It's probably like in New York or in LA or Chicago or something like that for
But
sure.
Also, clearly a place where this woman has plenty of experience fighting.
Yeah.
Like she,
This is my home arena.
This was nothing.
Well, she's got to get over to the Dollar General. She's got an MMA match. She's got to fight another security guard.
She has to go through the gauntlet. She has
like,
Walgreens, CVS, Dollar General.
She's going to come back
3 punches
chiseled
today without falling over. You get a free gift card to McDonald's. I don't fucking know.
They had to give her free glasses to replace the.
They're calling her Iron Jaw Betty now. Dude, she just comes in, she grabs a Coca-Cola, she doesn't pay. You can try to hit her. But you're not going to be able to knock this woman out. You can't.
No.
You got to plant one on her nose first, hoping that stuns her, and then you got to punch her in the tit. But that's
you got to fight her like King. You got to fight her like King Hippo and punch out. Punch her in the stomach a bunch of times, expose her, and then punch her in the face.
I hate to see this in America because my type of security is trying to fuck her. I would try to lay on thick. I'd be like, God, girl, you know what I'm saying? You should drop whatever you're trying to do right now. Let's just get out of here. Right. I mean, just like, let me just, what are you up to tonight?
No, he punches her, and then she doesn't fall over. So then he goes, I totally could have fucked you, but
totally gonna fuck you. If I wasn't fucking my manager at this Rite Aid, I would totally fuck you. But
I don't like how pink clashes with your eyes.
Damn,
no,
dude. And then she
I like
walks
how
out
her
respectively.
Do you think her legend spreads from this? And her name grows from her namesake grows from it's like, dude, she dressed like Sherbet, but like a steel strap jaw. They start calling it Steelbert.
Yeah. Dude, every time she walks in that CVS, there's just a storm of fog that rolls into the place, and then she comes out of it like Goldberg.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drums just start up.
Yeah.
Doom. Doom.
Yeah, if we were in like a Guy Ritchie movie, we would follow her out. She would come up to her shoulder cam. She would drop her shit, crack her neck, and
the
then,
the arena starts going Sherbet. This dude fucking cowers.
She Goldberg fucking just comes in the store, spears him, puts him through an aisle. You know what I mean? Just
she gets up, she's like,
173 CVSs in a row.
I know. It's a shame. It is also elder abuse. This is on some real shit. This is elder abuse. She's definitely in her 50s or 60s.
Easily.
Probably 60s. You just tried to tune a chick up. She ate it. And then he was like, yeah, you should go now, though. You should,
right?
He's like, never come back in my CVS again.
You're causing problems.
Yeah.
She's like, no, she's like, what are you going to do about it?
Right.
That's what she should have said.
Yeah. She's like, I've seen what you tried to do.
I don't like it.
Now, since this video came out, do police have to come and like escort that guy out?
I don't think the cops were involved in this.
She's fighting. Dana White picked her up. She's fighting.
Slap competition. She's in the new slap league. She could take a punch for sure.
They're going on the island again. We don't know why. She can't be contained. Is why they have to go back to the island. She cannot be contained.
They built her own island in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, it's a problem. It is a fucking problem with her.
Fucking called Sherbet Island. Like that's only you guys. You guys don't want to go there. No one leaves.
Yeah, if they don't make that
Mario Kart world.
I was gonna say if they don't make that character for Super Smash Brothers, I will be so pissed. I will be so pissed. Just holding a jacket like a Jigglypuff, like whoop, 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 like trying to get back onto the level. Like, oh god, that's amazing.
Yeah, so fun.
This has been a fucking guys. Thank you for joining us for the episode.
Super fun episode, boys.
Fuck
Tyler though, right?
Yeah,
Tyler's gonna log on right now. He's gonna come in. He's gonna do his plugs. And he's gonna, check these guys out. This has been a great ep. We appreciate it. Check all the shit they do. And this has been another day in the cult.
Yeah.
For Zach, for Chris, for Adam, for me. We'll
talk to you guys off air.
Yeah, we'll talk to you off air, and we'll see you guys next time. Later.
Bye.
by the renewing of your mind.
The recycling. It's a flesh body world.
Do it.
Human.
Do it.
Sir slimy reptilian.
This has been a Drop Tent Media production.